North Wales is nice, man. I live right on the border, innit?
They're all mad on drugs, man. Aberystwyth. I feel like a lot, anywhere that's little, there's not much a lot going on.
Yeah. That's like mid-Wales as well, innit?
Yeah.
So there's not,
right, I don't know.
Not a lot going on.
Been, where else have I been in Wales?
I won 50 quid on a pier in Anglesey.
Nice.
You know the little back bit of the arcades? You know,
with
the
dingy little...
Yeah, where you can only go in if you're 18. Fucking man was 18, wasn't he? So I went in on the one of the shit, just the machines you get in the bookies, but I was like, throw a little quid on the roulette.
And just
nice. That'll make me like a place forever. That I once found a tenner in a shop in Hull. I just walked up to the counter and they had like all the chocolate bars in front of the counter there, and they were just a tenner on the Mars bars, and I just paid with it. I'm like, that's the best shop I've ever been to.
Good service. There was like coins, and then it led to a van. It seems that way, doesn't it? There was a tenner and some dogs.
There was a tenner there, tenner on desk, and then one in his fly, just hanging out. Went home with 30 quid.
Yeah.
Sore ass.
Yeah.
And memories of Hull forever.
Yeah, love Hull. Hull on Earth. Been to Hull and back.
Good. Nice.
Nah, sorry, Hull. I want a show there. I actually did a show in Hull, and I don't know if I should talk about this, but that's not funny at all. Funny. You know, them awkward things.
Laughing.
I know, bro. You know, I hate people who do that as well. Like, you tell them your dad died, and they laugh. Oh, sorry, I've got a nervous laugh. Or but now I want to punch you in the fucking face.
I'm sorry.
Such a bad trait to have.
I know. I'm not proud of it, but it's...
Yeah.
It's...
I mean, it's understandable, but also it's like you should have got a grip of that when you were a child to not laugh at people's.
I also think
grief.
I think I would say that if I just wanted to laugh at someone's grief. I always laugh when I'm nervous.
Really, secretly, you just hated the dad.
Yeah. Like if someone says that to me, I'm following them around every situation to see whether they laugh at everyone else's grief.
No, I do. I really do. It's something.
Do you know what? Your mum got run over today. Just wait. You didn't laugh. It's not fair. If
I laugh when it's news in my family. So it's not just...
So if I told you someone in your family died, you'd laugh.
Look at my face. And it's not like I'm not doing it out of malice. I'm doing it out of, how dare you come to me in the middle of the day and tell me someone's had an accident?
Ice cream van as well it was. Reversed. You know where it says watch
she was chasing it.
Chasing. Yeah, it stopped
chasing it.
It slammed on. She ran the ice cream van over.
Yeah, no, I
do. Face full of twisters.
I do. I feel really bad, but it
why did they used to put like paintings on the back of Lion King on the back?
Goofy. Yeah,
that's how made to make you chase it, isn't it? Like
yeah. It says it's got the painting, it's got the mural, and it is like, don't be behind. Like, don't be here.
Yeah. Don't be here where I've painted you this big mural of your favourite movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to put a blocker on the comedy here. But
you got a logical reason.
Well, a lot of them aren't driving, aren't they? They're parked up like off the road on like a little grass verge near the beach and that.
Yeah, true.
So you can see.
We're just trying to be like you, man.
I know, mate, but not everyone can. Not everyone can go.
My growing up, our ice cream man used to just sell weed.
Nice.
That was pretty interesting.
Mine was a dick.
Really?
Yeah. He was like the ice cream, like, how are you screwballs that shite? Like, I think just everyone maybe it's me, everyone I've grown up with is just very negative.
Yeah, but what kind of child were you rocking up to a fucking, how are you screwballs? What are these screwballs saying today?
What are they saying? What are they like?
How
they going?
Elbow cocked up.
He looked like a mad dude as well, like mad hair, and like he shouldn't have been. I don't think he'd probably be allowed to do it now. Like there'd be a 50-foot ring around the ice cream van. You have to shout your orders. He can only have stuff he can throw.
My ice cream van, good guy's name was Senyuk. And
shout out Senyuk.
Yeah,
never heard that name in my life.
Yeah, I think he came over.
So he's not from Manchester.
But he must have had like an incredible ice cream recipe, because it was
doing his own
Where
thing.
Did he come from?
Yeah, I couldn't say, and I don't want to
Sounds
assume.
Turkish though.
It's Senyuk. He was
that area.
He was a white, tall fella, dark hair. He looked like one of the Beatles, but obviously he wasn't from Liverpool. And
do you reckon he drove the van from Turkey?
He could have done. It had Senyuk written on it.
Music on.
So, but now his son does it. Senor Junior.
Has he written Junior on?
Yeah, he with a little bit of spray paint. And now he's in control of the streets. But yeah,
you know, Gareth from Bad Boy Chiller Crew.
Right.
He grew up next door, but one to me, and he ended up being the ice cream man in our area for a bit. I didn't live there by then.
How'd you get that job?
What?
The ice cream van.
Like most jobs, bro. Like,
your dad
you're not born in that.
That doesn't. You've literally just told us how you get you're born into it, mate.
Yeah.
Passed down.
Yeah.
Recipe, mate.
It's like the monarchy, then, isn't it?
Send you up the second.
It's like the monarchy.
Send you up the second, mate.
That's insane.
I think you can just buy a van. And get
but then you get like turf wars. You can't just rock up.
Like in Bradford, they all say Rossies on them. I don't know if that's
so
like,
they've got like a fleet.
Yeah.
So you might have to go guerrilla and just like do your own little rogue little van. But surely you'll get.
This feels like a mission on Grand Theft Auto. Like you bump into someone who's like, the local ice cream company are on my turf. You have to go and fucking rocket launch 4 ice cream vans.
It is a mad thing that there's ice cream vans and not vans for other shit when it's a seasonal thing, innit? Like, you'd think that it'd be like... Do you remember, like, the Pop Man?
Yeah.
They used to come around in a big van and just sell you, like, Ben Shaw's pop, like, and, like, glass bottles.
So
like,
good.
Pop.
Yeah, nice.
Give me that limeade right now.
Yeah.
The limeade was great.
You're just that little bit too young to remember that.
How old are you again?
Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
I'm 32. So I just about remember it.
Right. Yeah,
I remember it fucking off as well.
Loads.
Yeah.
And the sweet man as well, just like you get in it was the nonsiest thing ever come from.
These jobs are
get in the van
stupid.
and just like best.
There's a dude who used to sell videos out the back of his Sierra.
Nice.
Right.
And rent them out though, and he'd come back next week.
Oh, quality.
Like an Avon man.
Yeah, like a librarian.
I got Team Wolf off him back in the day.
Fucking hell.
I used to live in a pub and we had a guy called CD Tony.
CD Tony, I think that's what it's called.
CD Tony.
And he sold DVDs. He sold he made me specifically wrestling DVDs. So we'd get like the recording of the show on the Monday or the Friday, and he'd bring it in the next day.
Oh, amazing.
Died.
Oh.
When they told me,
Why you laugh then?
I did.
Yeah.
Got you. But yeah, I can't shout him out. He's gone. But
you can shout him out. You can shout out dead people.
yeah. But,
you won't hear you, but you can shout
CD
as loud as you
Tony,
like.
good guy, quality guy.
Yeah, man. What happened to these people, man?
Maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just Blu-ray Tony now.
Upgraded.
Yeah. Spotify
Changed
Premium
his name.
Tony.
Spotify Tony.
Does what? Like, just comes round to your house.
Just sings at you.
Shows you his playlist.
He just sings at you, and if you haven't got premium, he doesn't advert.
You know what though? I ain't seen no one selling DVDs for like years, man. And I ain't just because people were still downloading shit when people were walking around selling DVDs. I ain't seen that for years, man.
I think it's because like, where would you play them? I don't think people. I
think everyone's just
players.
just getting their dicks out on OnlyFans in it these days. Like all those guys, like there's so many ways to make money from your house now that people don't go out and sell shite anymore.
Yeah,
you know
and
what
everyone
I mean?
wants
like people just try and sell you any old shit.
Imagine how hard it'd be today for like someone who sells DVDs to keep up with like all the series that are going on.
Yeah.
How hard would that be?
You'd have to come round like once a week.
Yeah, and it's like
CD Tony did it with Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, but I was the only one who wanted it. It's not. He didn't have a queue.
He should have advertised.
I agree,
that,
but yeah, no.
Imagine if he did it with like Neighbours. every day.
Yeah,
CD Tony there chatting Harold Bishop.
He'd make a killing, but yeah, no.
Sounds like just get a Freeview box. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do they still exist? Freeview box.
Surely.
I ain't watched TV in that long.
Yeah, no, you don't watch TV anymore.
I watch
Freeview box.
Footy's the only thing I watch like live in the moment.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember the last time I was like, oh, I'll sit down and watch this that's on now.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything worse. Like, in fact, even if I was in, it was on, I wouldn't do it out of principle. I was like, do you think
I don't own a TV. I don't own a TV.
You don't own a TV?
I ain't owned a TV for like 4 years. I had one and just never watched it in my old place.
Projector.
Are
you one of them guys?
I got a projector. Projectors are good.
The projector guys, mate.
Not even just my
The
laptop,
projector
bro.
guys do that when because they tell that to girls.
Yeah.
That's like a thing.
Oh, I got a cinema in
They're
the
like,
house.
oh, I've got a home cinema. You're like, you're projecting on the side of your washing machine, mate. It's the only white surface in your house. Come and watch fucking Home Alone on the fridge.
Yeah. To be fair, I do that. It's unfortunate, but yeah. I got a TV as well, but yeah, no, I've put on the wall.
Yeah, through the laptop.
Easy going.
What do you watch then?
Just
iPad.
Yeah, no, not even just a laptop, man.
Oh right. I can't watch stuff on laptop.
Really?
Don't like it. Don't like looking at the buttons.
What do you mean? You can turn. It depends if the buttons
No,
are
you
lit.
can't. Who are you, Johnny Lenovo? Just click it off.
If the buttons are lit.
No, just I don't like seeing the buttons. Like I just feels, and I don't like, you know.
Feel like you're at an office job or something.
You know, like I used to get back in the day, like go around to a Birds, and she'd be like, "Oh, let's just watch something," and like, and she'd be like, "Watch it on the laptop." And it's like every now and again she'll have to like go, like move the little arrow off off someone's head.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. Like every now and again, just a little touchpad.
Got to get up and get the charger in a few minutes.
The last 4 minutes.
Yeah. Man, remember when like
getting emails and that? Turn your notifications off if we're watching it on the laptop. Apple News and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I suppose we should ask you some kind of comedy-related question, but I'm quite scared of asking you just something that.
Because of what I said before.
Well, yeah, and I was thinking this before though, like because I know like when my auntie asks me about my music and stuff, like I feel like that's how I'll sound asking you about.
It doesn't matter
about your comedies.
Because they're not. No one's trying to do that. They're the questions that everyone wants to know. That's why
I feel like that's the difference.
I'd probably ask you the same shit.
Yeah,
and you'd be like, oh, I don't know.
We kind of accepted that before we even made this podcast. That's kind of the point of this. Like, this is for like. There's a lot of comedy podcasts, you know what I mean, that get into the nitty gritty, and I find that really interesting because I don't know about that shit. So
I don't really do that on mine.
Really?
Don't really talk shop.
Yeah, we don't really want to talk
Patreon
about music either, innit?
Got a little Patreon and we do it on that. If we do it, I've sort of made a rule. If we chat about gigs, if something mad's happened at a gig,
you're
not trying to be too
do it
meta.
No, I like it. I like it. Yeah, but ask away. Like,
yeah, man.
There's people on here going, "Who's this guy?" I just do stand up, like a circuit comic.
I've got a similar question to the one that you said that you hate being asked.
What's the
really
worst,
similar?
What's the worst heckle?
Yeah, but it's what we're going to ask. What does it feel like to bomb, and does it still happen to you?
Right, so
I can't see you bombing because I feel like you're good. I've seen you do the compare thing, and
I don't bomb a lot, and I think it's mainly because there's loads. I'm not saying like I'm the only one. Loads of comics don't bomb, and because once you get like deeper in it, you realise that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I won't. There'll be times where I don't do well.
Yeah.
But I would never really fucking stink the place out.
Yeah.
Because I've always got something that'll get a laugh off someone.
Yeah.
Might not have the room, but I'll make it that they don't all hate me.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. But back in the day, like I did a gig years ago, my mate stitched me up. He was like, "Oh, I've got a gig for you. It's in Southport." And I went, and it was for someone's retirement. And that was more laughs than I got in the whole gig. And I went, and it was on the fucking, it was in a hotel, right? No stage. I was stood on a dance floor with a radio mic, yeah, playing to the fucking sausage roll table. Like everyone was just like, I was doing like jokes to vol-au-vents. Everyone's just around, like going about their. They didn't want me there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. This is the
Yeah,
thing with comedy. People think, let's have a comedian on. That'll brighten up the funeral. It's like no, you just don't put them in comedy clubs and that's it.
Yeah, man.
Because they've seen it, especially now. Because like the hot water videos went big and stuff. Crowd work. That's the first time a lot of people have ever seen crowd work.
Yeah, yeah.
So people were like, "Oh, come and take." So they're like, I'll get emails or whatever going. Can you come to this wedding and just take the piss out of me mates? Yeah. It's like no. Yeah. You do it. You do it anyway for free. So yeah, I'm on this thing doing I'm dead new as well. I've got like 10 minutes worth of gear. Yeah. So I'm there going, and this woman just came up to me with an envelope. This woman who's about 70. She's probably chilling with fucking CD Tony now. This was about 15 years ago. Shout out. And she just gave me the envelope of the money and she went, "Oh, you can have that. You've lost us." And I felt like saying, "Lost? I never had you." Like it was.
That's brutal, man.
Yeah. So I think that might be the worst I've felt.
Yeah, that's bad.
Because it was only 100 quid as well. Like,
right, so you didn't even want to try.
No, so like, but when you start 100 quid's like, because I was working in Foot Locker, that's like
of course.
Fucking wages.
For doing something you love, innit?
Yeah. Well, for doing something that isn't fucking asking people if they want laces with trainers that have already got laces with them. You used to wait down for ask him if he wants more laces. Like what?
I used to hate getting asked that.
What? I've got laces.
Because I bought them.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you bought like the insoles, the Spencos, innit?
Yeah, bro, I'm 5'7". Of course I bought the insoles.
Bought 5 pairs of them.
Yeah.
Can I have the bench as well that you sit on to try them on?
Wow.
Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, I rarely bomb. But occasionally I'll because I know that I'm quite good at what I do.
Yeah.
Because you don't be doing it for this long if you're not. And you know your level, you know your standards, you know yourself if it's not gone as well as you're used to.
Yeah.
But now I just blame them, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's though, like, I feel like having that ability to do the crowd work thing and just say like things off the cuff, and
It does help.
and you seem proper comfortable with doing that.
Yeah,
like,
I do.
To be honest, bro, like, not to be a bumlick, but you are the most comfortable I've seen live. Like, I've been like, well, how the fuck is he so? Because that's what would fuck me up. I'd be like, man,
I think
if I don't have a joke for the next thing that this person says, like, you're asking the crowd questions. I don't, like that.
I'll just stand there, me, and go, what? Like what?
Yeah,
what do you
yeah,
want,
I know.
what talk about that? I'm quite good at, quite knowledgeable as well, and I can talk about shit if you want to talk about shit that I'm not really know about, but I can make it look like I know about it.
Yeah, the time I saw you at Frog and Bucket, there was like 2 different people in the crowd who you spoke to, and you like knew a bit of their language and that.
Yeah,
that's got to help. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's where I would have been at a brick wall, where I'm like, well, I don't fucking know what to say to you now because I've not been there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose you've got to not be an idiot.
You see people bomb who haven't got that, or either can't do that, or their set doesn't allow them to do that. So if you've got dudes that are like deadpan, and that's their character, they can't really break character to come out and call someone a knobhead. They just got to eat it. Yeah. Like there's this amazing, there's 2 of them. They're called the Raymond and Mr. Timkins Review, right? And it's phenomenal. It's like old school. They play a CD. And they've got like words to songs and like the lyrics, what you think the lyrics might be, and it's dead fun, it's dumb, and it's amazing, and I love watching it. But when it goes wrong, like they can't press pause.
Yeah.
They've just got. So if people don't like them, and don't get me wrong, I've only seen this happen once, and I've seen them loads of times. They're amazing. But if they don't like them, they've just got to look at it for 20 minutes, and they've got to keep going. Yeah. Like people are into it, and it's just the worst, man. Yeah.
Not to sound like I'm talking shit about them, but I've never liked like music in comedy, man. Do you like it?
Well, I like
it feels
it in
like
the same
cheating,
way,
man.
No, but yeah, sometimes it is that. Yeah. You get people who are
It's almost patronising as well. Like sometimes, like someone's singing a funny song at you that, like, I don't.
The thing is, though, they wouldn't do it if it didn't work. So you might not like it,
right?
But you've seen them dudes, man, and they fucking there's dudes, I won't say names, but they absolutely kill it. Yeah. Like changing a few words to songs.
That's it. It feels cheap because it feels a bit cheap.
Yeah, but it kills it. And he's paid his bills.
If it's funny, it's funny, innit?
It works. If it works, it works.
But you don't have to like it.
Yeah.
But you understand why they get booked.
Nah, of course.
And also, I think, like, similarly to that, you can have, like, bars that you've written that you know are like, this is...
Yeah, I suppose there'll be people who think the other way around, where they're but you saying something funny in a rap verse is cheap. Like, you're getting a cheap laugh. Rather than... Yeah.
I always felt like that about, like, gun bars in battles. Like, I hated it. But I know that some people like that. Yeah, and it's just like, all right, it's not for me.
And I guess it's always cool to, like, be able to fall back on stuff, innit? Like, say, for example, you aren't doing as well as, like, you want to be. If you know something's going to work... then you can sort of use it to get back into the flow of things.
Nah, of course, but that is cheap. Yeah, that is the definition of not
don't
taking the risk in it.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I went to cross my legs then and realised that it might look a bit weird. the continuity looks bad there. I don't like it. It's not for me.
Yeah.
There's a couple I like, but yeah, I'd rather not. But I've got a weird taste in comedy anyway. I like sort of like low key people who just stand there and talk. Yeah. People like ones that like do voices and shouting and stuff like that. That's not really for me, or impressions and stuff like that. That's not. I just like dudes that talk about, and like the weirder stuff, the better. Not like weird as in like you see those weird dudes, but like if you can do a bit about crumpets.
Yeah, something you hadn't heard a joke about.
Something
before,
relatable like that.
Yeah.
Sheds.
Yeah.
If you can make that fun, that's what I'm into. Like the everyday sort of life, like just shit like that.
I remember one time my brother told me this story. LeBron. He was...
Is that your brother, LeBron?
Yeah.
I thought he was just giving a random
shout LeBron James.
Because of that conversation we had about the jersey earlier or
Oh,
something.
yeah, no.
Hiya, LeBron.
So,
we never said it.
That's purple.
It is. But yeah, he was...
Out of context, that's going to look so crazy.
Tweet. If you want to know what that is, tweet the guys and ask.
My brother, he was just sat in the living room one day, and I was going to say our shed's in the back garden, because where else would it be?
Imagine if it wasn't.
Imagine it was at the front.
No, imagine if it's on like...
Put the shed at the front of the house.
Oh, I seen something yesterday. Sorry, just
Right.
to cut you off for a second. I seen something yesterday where a guy built a 2-story house in his front garden in a council house, a full house, and had to knock it down.
Yeah, because is that the one who said it was a garage?
Yeah.
He didn't get planning. He only got planning permission for a garage.
Yeah.
But he built another
Yeah,
house.
it was like a red brick council house.
Yeah.
Amazing. Legend. Sorry,
Wow.
go on.
So yeah, LeBron was sat in the living room one day. My mum's come downstairs. LeBron, he must have been about 7 or 8. He said, "Oh, there's someone in the shed." So my mum's gone outside, and there's a woman sat in our shed. But you can't get into our garden unless you climb like a wall.
Fucking Shaun of the Dead over the fence.
This woman sat in the shed, and she lives on the
That
street.
pole vaulted,
She
man.
lives on the street. We knew her.
What was
Oh,
she
we've
doing
all
in the
done
shed?
that. When we've all gone in the wrong shed.
Stumbled into the wrong shed.
Soz, mate. I was pissed and I wanted my lawnmower.
This was 4 in the afternoon.
Bit of late night gardening.
4 in the afternoon. She was sat in the shed.
Why?
And the shed, it's a nightmare to get in because it's full of chairs and shrubbery and all that kind of stuff. And she was sat.
Is she
Like-
alright? Is she?
Nah.
I don't think
Like
you
she's
need to laugh at.
no, she's all right. She's all right enough to know you're not supposed to be there. There's no excuse.
I mean, she won.
She was.
She clearly won because
But-
she were there.
All right. Well, I'm the bad guy then. Yeah. In this
Open
story.
your shed
Was
to
there
your
an
neighbour.
explanation, or is she just?
She just left.
Ow!
She just
Did
left.
she jump over the fence? Pole vault.
She left. She's left. She
got a
walked.
step ladder out
She
the
walked
shed.
through. She walked through the house. She was
Yes.
like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Through your house.
Yeah. She walked through the house.
She walked through your
Didn't
house
take
and
the shoes off.
apologised for walking into your shed. That's weird, isn't it?
Shoes on and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Shed,
Can't
like
remember her name.
spiders and
Can't remember
cobwebs
her
on her
name.
feet from
She
the
had-
shed.
She had blonde hair, like middle-aged woman. But yeah, my brother said, "Oh, there's someone in the shed."
That's insane, man.
Crazy. And it's a nice area. Like you wouldn't expect that kind of shenanigans. But
Yeah.
Where is it?
Oldham.
I just wanted to feel. I wanted the vibe.
Well, it's Chadderton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Played them in the FA Youth Cup years ago. I played for Winsford United. Got beat 2-1.
Ah,
I had a
shit.
great game.
When I was a kid.
Where'd you play?
Well, I don't. I'm fat now, innit? But I'm old. Tell you what, though, I played Sunday League last week. Scored a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. But I'm done now.
You were centre back.
You retired.
No, I was centre mid.
Quality. He
In
knows
the
ball.
10.
I
But
know
I,
nothing,
good.
man. This
This
you.
is good.
I'm out. I might like
This
my
is
joint.
good.
I
Yeah.
used to be all right. I played for Cheshire and that, and I was all right.
Sick.
But
Sick.
yeah, I'm old now. I'm nearly 40 next year, so just playing vets.
Was there ever a point where you could have thought that you could have took it further?
Nah, but my dad was dead good. I think that's the reason why he's so miserable. Is because like
He was so
Yeah,
close.
shit.
So
he played
close.
he played for Sheffield Wednesday and that, and
No
he
way.
like in the youth team, and then he broke his femur, like in half, and then he was washed, and I think he's never been happy since.
Oh,
Yeah,
you were
so
supposed
now-
to live his dream on.
Yeah, so and I was just
And
he
you're
used
out
to
just
come and
making jokes.
Mate, he
You're
used
out
to-
here telling jokes.
Yeah, I know. He used to come and watch me. It's just the disappointment, like shouting. Do you know what it's like? You know when you hear like Roy Keane chatting about footballers that aren't as good as him?
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? That's what it was like. But then you'd have to go and have your Sunday dinner. It was like...
Tension in the
Yeah. Just like, just get beat 3-0 and I'm trying to fucking eat me
trying to eat
roasters.
now.
My dad's looking at me like that, moving the carrots into offside positions and that.
Good.
This is where you should have
Very
been.
good. Very good. Very
So
good.
yeah, that's what he's like. But I tell you what though, no one's ever been in our shed. He wouldn't have stuck to that. No one had got in that shed.
It's a nice shed as
No
well.
one can get up his, like he lives in like a cul-de-sac. He's fucking good at twitching them curtains. Like no
Yeah.
one straight in. No one would get near him.
Yeah.
He comes on before the security light comes on. Literally, he's like, it's mad. He hasn't even got a, he is the ring doorbell.
Okay. What a boy. What's your dad's name?
Jimmy.
Good. Quality.
Shout out.
Where's that going on?
Nowhere. Just
That's like when I asked him where he was from. No, it's just a little bit.
yeah.
Trying to get to know each
It's
other,
a
aren't
bit
they?
filler, isn't it?
Shout out, Jimmy.
It's hard, isn't it? Do you ever just piss and it just goes in like 3 directions?
Yeah,
Usually
every time.
after like a wank or
Every
shaggy.
time. Nah, every time in the morning.
Every time?
Bro, 100%.
How have you gone from someone sneaking in your shed to a post-wank piss?
No, mine
Like-
isn't.
Do you ever get it where it's the jet,
Yeah.
but then there's like a drip
Yeah.
underneath it?
Bro, I've got all of them. I've unlocked every single one except straight
Because that's the
shooter.
fucker you got your aim right with the jet, and then that one just goes on.
It's going on the
sock.
toilet seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's for urinals. That one. That's fine in urinals, isn't it?
That's a urinal
just
piss,
go that way. And
Urinal, I just hands back. Let it go.
I go pants down.
I always wondered. This
backwards.
Is
Took it.
My sixth form like end of year do was at Chester City football in the little function room and that. And there was a dude, you know them dudes that just come for sixth form and people are like, what did you do in your school, man? Like, what? They're like the only dudes worse than them are the dudes that turn up in October. You know, school starts in September and they just turn up with no pens or nothing. And you're like, what? How naughty were you that you've been fucked off from your school in a month? Not even half term. So he was sat pissing in the urinal. Sat in a urinal backwards, but he had like, have you seen that picture of it? It's going to be such a niche reference, but have you seen that picture of like, it's an old American picture of the woman riding the bomb, like the nuclear bomb, and she's he was riding the urinal like that, like fucking, like ride me cocky like a bicycle, like just like. It was so he had like his pubis on the lip of the urinal. And he must have
was giving him leverage.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was like it was on Nemesis or something, and he was just like on air. It was like he was on air,
strapped in.
But he was like Chris. He was called, but he was French, so everywhere he was like 2001. So everyone just called him Frenchy, innit? Because you do that. Frenchy. Have to call him Chris now. Woke.
Do you reckon anyone's ever just like from a different country where they don't have urinals and just sat in it? Do you reckon anyone's ever done that?
That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
It might have been sat in it like that.
It might have been a thing.
Yeah, I weren't listening.
Just trying to remember what that question was.
Yeah. I was in a Dubai airport once, and I think it was Dubai. I was on my way to Australia. And fucking
Abu Dhabi, have you been that one with the mad art that cost like 40 million or something?
Dubai's a bit mad though, because you've got like Rolex clocks all over, and everything. It's
but the Abu Dhabi one's got this mad. It's the worst piece of art. It's like this mad teddy bear with like this. It looks like it's a teddy bear in the electric chair. It's not. It's not that, but it's shite. And I think there was a point. I've got to show you it. There was a point. It was like the most expensive
thing.
Yeah, that's ever been bought in an airport or some shit like that.
But I ate the breakfast. I made the error of eating the breakfast on the plane. I know I just came back in. I just waited for him to finish. I didn't listen to a word he said. Just wait to speak. That's how you make a good podcast. Just wait till everyone shuts up so you can speak, or speak over them like the last podcast. But I'd eaten the nasty breakfast, bro, with in the little. Like the Chinese container thing.
Yeah, the thing.
Oh, yeah, horrible.
It's Doha, sorry.
Doha. Yeah, do you know what? I'm talking shit as well. It weren't Dubai. It was.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's shit.
We'll show you this on screen.
Can we put it on the screen?
You can stick it.
We haven't done that before, have we? We'll do that in editing.
Yeah.
Yes. He didn't look confident, did he? Like, I might.
For God's sake.
But it was actually Hong Kong. I'm talking shit. Right. And the toilets were all cubicles, but when you went in, they had like a shower head and just a hole in the ground, so effectively like a bidet, but a handheld.
I've seen that.
And just a hole, that was like that big, and I was throwing up into it, bro. Like I had to throw up into this hole, and like try and not get around it so it splashed on my trainers. Yeah. It was just the most horrific thing ever. And then you just have a shower for in case you get sick on you or something, man.
I think
just shower it off.
Are like the worst places, like.
I like airports.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think psychopaths like airports.
I like how airports smell. I love the smell of airports.
You're never happy in an airport though. Like you're always waiting to go somewhere, and you're impatient, and you're never comfortable because they make them on purpose.
It's horrible, man.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're always looking at some old prick over there because he's the only one with a charger, and you're like, oh, you're dead jealous, like hating some 70-year-old woman because she wants to charge her fucking Alcatel phone, and you're just like, oh, and it just makes you angry, and you think it's cool because you get 13 quid off a pair of Ray-Bans, and you think it's all worth it.
Yeah,
when you could have just gone Cheshire Oaks.
Yeah. Cheshire Oaks is good. It's overrated.
It's like 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
If I ever want to like triple XL lime green Ralph Lauren polo shirt. I go Cheshire Oaks, man. If I ever want to size...
I've been there. It's sick, that outlet.
Yeah.
That's sick.
You aren't listening to anything.
Good input, really good.
If you want a size 14 pair of Air Force Ones. Black, though.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, they got a little Nike and an Adidas as well, haven't it? Yeah. I have no else to add, that's all.
Great. Cheers.
I've been.
Thanks, Jake. Cheers.
People go on days out, but because it's like...
Are we talking about the airport or Cheshire Oaks?
Nah, Cheshire Oaks.
Oh, yeah.
Like
My mum does that.
They're like, there's people who don't buy clothes all year, then they'll go Oaks for a day.
You go New
I
York
rate it, man.
with some suitcases.
Yeah, they go
We
Oaks.
go Cheshire Oaks.
They go Oaks.
For the discount, mate.
For some Wranglers.
Yeah, Wrangler.
32, 38s. All the sizes are mad shit in Cheshire Oaks. Like, if you got 38-inch legs, get yourself down to, if you like...
38-inch legs, 32-inch waist.
Yeah, 30. 28, 38. If you like...
Yeah, do you know what? I am actually going to come back to what we were going to say with the smoothest segue ever. We were talking about music in comedy and whether we like it or not. There was something I seen a lot of comedians talking about on Twitter over the last couple of days. A transgender woman got her dick out on
I saw that.
Channel 4 live.
Was sick.
I said that right, didn't I? Transgender woman.
Yeah.
Got a dick out and during a performance and was doing a song
on
Friday
Night Live.
Is that what it was? Friday Night Live, yeah. As part of a stand-up
from,
set.
The 80s.
How do you feel about that? Just because I feel like there've been some interesting perspectives.
No, it's sick, man.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Like, this is the thing. Like, I genuinely don't know how anyone's asked about anyone else doing what they like. What does it affect? It doesn't put your council tax is still the same. Like, no, but you know what I mean though? It's not changed the day that you take your bins out. Everything's still the same in your life. It's people who just want to whinge about stuff.
Do you know what I found it interesting? That there was two stories, and I've only just clocked this right now. This weren't like planned. Not that it's funny or good or anything, but I literally just realised right now that there's a story out about. What's that program where they just get Naked Attraction?
Yeah.
Bro, and a guy went on there and he's got like a 10.5-inch dick.
Oh, okay.
But they're talking about, and that's like outrage, but like they're not like oi. But then in the same hand they're talking about that, like why shouldn't have the penis out on. I'm trying so hard to word. She shouldn't have her penis out on TV. Yeah. But like that, there's literal whole programs based around that. Do you know what I mean?
Who gives a fuck as well? Let's be honest. Who honestly gives a fuck about floppy dicks? Like, they're not offensive. Yeah. They just look like little floppy dicks, innit? Like,
they're just there.
Yeah, but you can't draw the line there because erections can be like you can't. It can be unexpected sometimes. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I'm just saying if you see one.
All right, I'm just thinking like as a way of going about it in public, you can't just be like, oh, you're allowed to just have your dick out.
Yeah.
Because it could just like it gets hard on bust, doesn't it?
I know what you're saying. But like some of these people are making it out like she whipped it out and was like it was sexual assault or something, and it's like it's a program. There's loads of programs with dicks on.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Dicks in itself aren't offensive. You just walk past, you see a floppy dick, and it's a floppy dick. You're in science. You're
Give it a slap and keep it moving.
You open the fucking textbook.
Turn to page 45.
There's a floppy dick in it. Really like who cares?
I got excluded for drawing like pornography and stuff like a couple times, and then when I came back after my exclusion,
stepmom.
I don't think I knew of stepmom porn.
That's the new shit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
mad. That
Kinks just get weirder, man.
Sorry.
What's your stance on that?
Well,
we spoke about this, didn't we?
I'm fully aware that they're not stepmoms. Do you know the maddest thing about that though? What I think's mad. Do you know when it's like a freeway, and it's like stepmom and stepson and his girlfriend. Like they always make the older one. Do you know what I mean though? Yeah. So it's like him and his girlfriend, and then she comes in and teaches him how to fuck.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah. But they always throw a little bit of pubes on the older one to make sure that they know that's what signifies that they're older. They're like, yeah, throw a bit of pubes on the old one, so you know. Always the oldest.
I don't know where that came from, man. I don't like it. Like you say, I'm the same. I just ignore it because it's like I know they're not.
If it wasn't that about that program, I think any new comedy now, people are always looking to whinge. even if it's the fact that fucking Nish is on there, like Nish Kumar, someone might be like, oh, this prick on it. Like, people just want to whinge about comedy now, and they want to pretend that it's gone somewhere that it never has been before.
Right.
And they'll be like, oh, the Channel 4 is dead. It used to be this and it used to be that. So this is the thing with these whinging cunts, right? So they're either saying, oh, you can't do anything anymore. And then they're going, oh, someone's got their dick up. Which is it, mate?
Yeah.
Are you mad that you can't do anything anymore? Or people are doing what they want?
Anything.
Like, pick a
No,
side.
that's true. It's like podcasters, like, we're being censored, but they have a massive platform and they're saying whatever they want.
I'm cancelled. Oh, you're saying this on telly?
Yeah.
You haven't been cancelled, mate. If they put you in a box and sent you to fucking Cuba and you weren't allowed to talk to anyone, then maybe you've been cancelled. It's fucking annoying. They chat. You're not like a subscription to the Angling Times. Man. You haven't been cancelled. You daft cunt. Honestly, because I just don't give. I think maybe it's me. I don't give a shit about anything enough.
Right.
To whinge about it.
So do you feel like there's any type of pressure for you to be more careful these days at all with your content?
I just also think that, like, if I'm saying it and I'm getting shit for it, I probably shouldn't have been saying it. So there's other words you can say.
How do you define getting shit for it though? Because you're gonna piss some. Do you know what I mean?
Well, exactly.
Right.
But what I mean is, like, a lot of people say stuff now for the drama.
Yeah.
So if you don't want that, you don't have to say that. Like, we know that this is here like this. If I say something now egregious, I can just say to Dan, look, Dan, I don't want that in.
Yeah.
But these dudes aren't doing that.
I
it's
honestly
going
think
out.
that's the difference.
How many different editing chats? It's not live. I understand if it's live and they say something bullshit. But these recorded things that have to get edited 3 times.
Yeah.
Like.
And they've got to get the okay.
Yeah. You knew it was going out.
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely people these days who tap into that and know that it's beneficial to them, where it's almost like any news is good news.
Now,
we're probably 6ix9ine them type of people, but I feel like that's what Kanye is doing now. Like he's just like, you know what, the worse the better. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, because a lot of people have asked us to talk about that, and I don't know if.
But it's the thing is with him, I think he knows he can't make music like he used to.
Right.
I don't think he and now is the Yeezys and stuff they're petering out, so he can't make waves doing that. So I just think this is, other than going to acting or stand up, like you saw T.I. trying to do stand up, like this is his thing now.
Yeah, I did see T.I. trying to do stand up.
Yeah,
was it good?
No.
Well,
so music now, he's done fucking my best mate's God or whatever that album was called. Like
Jesus is King.
That one.
My best mate's God.
And then the other one was, the last one was all right. There was like 28 songs on it, but 10 of them were good.
Yeah.
And I think people don't want him like that anymore. Right. And I think he knows that. And then people don't really want to buy his slippers anymore. Yeah. And he knows that. So now he's trying to stay in the public eye.
Fair.
By doing this, by growing a beard.
Yeah, man.
And then fucking
talking shit.
Yeah.
Briefcase
wanker.
So, last week, my friend introduced me to something.
Briefcases?
No.
Oh. Because I ain't seen someone your age with a briefcase.
Yeah, this is just because I'm quirky like that, you know?
Like them dudes that, like the original hipster dudes.
Yeah.
Like they sat in coffee shops with typewriters and that.
Yeah.
Take the cat.
Right. So
that's what's in the briefcase.
So my friend put me onto this thing. And I knew about the thing. Like, it wasn't alien to me.
I can't wait.
It changed my perspective of this region of things. So I've got one thing and then I've got something else.
All right.
The first thing.
Oh, what? Look, yeah.
Look away.
Look.
It's Cathedral City miniatures.
Nah, I'm not about that.
I don't eat cheese.
Cheese in a out and about thing, man.
What about Baby Bello?
Nah,
fuck
off.
This is what. So he was supposed to get Baby Bell. He saw the Cathedral Cities; they're a bit cheaper.
Is that why he did it?
So he got it.
How much cheaper though?
Like 89p cheaper.
He's down bad, him.
He's not. He's just a bit clever.
If he's 90p, it's free Freddos. That.
Would you like to?
I don't eat cheese.
Oh, well, this ruins the whole bit.
Yeah, man.
What are you
try
going to
it.
throw a
I
cheese
can't-
ball?
I
my
ain't
own.
eating that, man. I'm
I
not
can't eat
eating
on
it.
my own.
I'm
You
not
can,
doing it.
and you will.
Fucking hell, man.
No, you're
Just
That was
cheese.
one of- that was
Thing
one-
is, I can't stand people who just eat, like, they'll just take a
please.
bite out of a block of cheese.
Like
You're a
an apple.
fucking
This
animal,
isn't.
man.
This is miniature.
Yeah.
Still cheese, though.
It's
Isn't it?
just cheese on its own, though, do you know what I mean?
but
Like,
it's nice.
That was one of my first ever shit jokes. Is what's a pedo's favourite cheese?
Baby Bell.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's,
How old was you when you wrote that?
29. No, it was like year 9 or something.
What's
Not bad.
What's a bestiality man's favourite cheese?
Oh, Laughing Cow.
Come on, bear.
What?
Come on, bear.
Come on, bear.
Yeah.
See what he did.
All right. Well, this didn't work.
Yeah, that.
Well, how did you find it?
It's cheese. What is that?
I've had it before, you know.
Yeah.
You're not Willy Wonka of cheese.
Just because you discovered it this week doesn't mean we have. you know
No,
what I
but
mean?
I'm not saying I discovered cheese. I'm just saying I discovered Cathedral City Small.
But it's just Cathedral City.
I
mate.
love that you've brought
It's
this
small.
to the podcast.
Right.
Like this is a.
Right. Right.
Fucking hey, wait till you hear about miniature heroes.
Right.
It's like a little whisper. It's gonna blow your mind,
Right.
mate.
Right. Right. Forget it. I
Wait
said-
till you hear about bungalows. Hey, it's like a house, but it's small, mate.
Right.
89p cheaper.
Right. Right. I'm gonna say all that to say this.
Do you know what would have been better in there? Cathedral City extra large. Like if it was massive.
Yeah, like that's what he's got in his fucking got a box of celebrations. That's the next
Right,
thing.
listen.
And
I say all that to say this. My friend opened my eyes to trying new things, right?
fucking hell, right?
So I went to the World Food aisle and I found these foreign sweets.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell me you don't eat carrot pillows because
Oh mate, I hate carrot. You can't move for them in my house. But I love them. No,
click carrot pillows.
What does that mean?
Don't matter. We're just gonna try it.
Is this what you're gonna do now? Make us try weird rank shit? Yeah.
But it depends.
these
Man.
look quite good actually. I'll have a, you know what? Because I didn't have cheese. I'll
You have two?
Yeah.
Fair play, respectable.
Oh. No,
They're fire.
they're great then.
Yeah.
They look nothing like they look on the packet.
How much potassium's in them?
Where are they from as well? You just said foreign.
You die.
I believe it's French. Le crème de nougat. That's definitely French.
What is?
Le crème de nougat. Yeah.
Let me see.
Come on.
Céréales and robé du chocolat.
Now, do you know what? I
au
like
lait.
that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you. Yeah, that made up for the cheese that
Come on.
I got pressured into eating.
It's mad that these would be on the World Food Aisle if they were French. Like normally, like where I live, World Food Aisle is just like brackets Polish.
Yeah.
No, literally.
But I think,
And Ben's rice.
because I like to test things out, and there was a load of stuff that I just didn't. Obviously, I couldn't read it. This was the only thing that sort of looked. Not too.
These
Do you know what?
these are carrot pillow miniatures. These are gonna blow your mind, mate. Look at that. It's like the big one, but it's just little. It's just little.
Oh, these are really good. Damn. Break the fourth wall. Have one of them. Alright. Share them.
Yeah, do you know, it'd be good if you could bring, like, I quite like the juxtaposition of, like, something really bad
Yeah.
and something,
That
but you
was
didn't
my
mean
plan.
that.
No,
You-
yes, I
nah,
did.
don't talk shit. You were excited. You were genuinely excited about that
the
cheese.
Cathedral
I'm a
City
producer.
miniatures,
I put my
mate.
producer hat on. What's the point in bringing?
Like,
two-
yeah, I ate cheese.
What's
Fuck
the
off.
point in bringing two good things? You gotta bring.
No, but you thought the
Yeah, we
cheese
know that
was
now.
good
you
though.
know.
Imagine I
Don't
brought
make
this
this
out.
your idea.
Imagine I brought this out first. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then it was
I mean,
like, oh, jeez.
Then it would have ended on a bad note.
It
though.
would have been the
Like,
same
you
for me
didn't know.
because I wouldn't have had the cheese regardless.
Oh, fair.
I wouldn't have got disappointed thinking I was just going to get offered cheese.
Yeah. I shouldn't have assumed.
No, when you assume, you make an ass of you and me, innit?
Oh, wow. You're
That's what-
better than that.
Yeah.
What? Sound like me dad?
It's like your dad watching you play football.
That's my dad's echo.
Oh, we'll take sponsorship off Click. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if the Click want to sponsor Cathedral City, can go fuck themselves. They'd be a much better sponsor for us, but fuck off. But yeah, Click, man. Foreign.
Yeah.
Just foreign as well.
Yeah.
What type? Foreign.
I want to go somewhere foreign this year.
Yeah,
This is veering off. I ain't got alt me.
I had a shit this morning.
Did your mate introduce you? Did your mate introduce you to doing that as well? Oh yeah, I did this morning. I only did a shit. Fucking hell.
It changed everything for me though, because it was like I woke up.
It wasn't a little one, was it? What like a really little shit.
I woke
Oh
up.
my god, like a shit but
I
small.
woke up bubbling, like cold sweats. I've got dressed to go to the toilet because my house is cold, because price of living, and gone to the toilet. I'm having my shit, and it's just not coming out, and I'm sweating, and I'm like really fighting. Take my clothes off, and like bits come out, little streams, and I had to have like half time. Stand up,
an orange.
stand up, walk around. stand up, walk around, and I was
Team talk.
yeah, bro. Like I had to like hit my knees and that, and
Like a hacker.
yeah, and
Shit hacker.
J-Lo's doing the halftime show.
and yeah, but it changed my life. I was so happy when it came out. Like it really set the tone for the day.
Get the little cheese back.
It's all these little cheeses that have got you bugged up, mate. You need to fucking stop eating. Fucking hell.
But yeah,
Click will see you right, man.
it really
Gives another click. Is the
yeah,
clicks
man,
left?
take the clicks.
I'll have a click, mate.
79p.
Really?
World Food Aisle, Tesco, Cheetah Mill.
Yeah, they won't have them in Chester.
No.
Nah.
Say something later. Let's do something here. I feel like this ain't gonna make it.
What do you mean? This is quality. What are you talking about?
Chester's proper
We're just-
white.
Yeah.
Like
Cock.
they don't know. The World Food Aisle's mad.
Yeah.
It's like a Solero or something. Like Ribena, but the mango one. Like honestly, like it's fucking mad. Like I have to go like 3 miles if I want a Rubicon. It's the maddest place.
Yeah. You give it to someone that's spicy, that.
Yeah. Like in the Chester Nando's, they only do lemon and herb.
Ah, good.
That's all it is. No one's got a Labara mobile SIM card. They don't know what that is. It's fucking mad. It's like Midsummer.
God, what a film. Well, what's Bradford like?
Fucking love Midsummer, man. Bradford's.
It's very multicultural, isn't it?
Yeah, in a really racist sort of. Nah, it's multicultural, but there's parts that aren't.
Right.
Do
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's like it's good for food.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's decent, man.
British
It's
Cinema
one of them.
Museum.
If I'd never.
That's
never-
there,
What's
right?
that?
The British Film
I've never-
Museum.
Yeah, that's
That's
decent.
in
When
Bradford.
if you like after going there once, you're not really asked again, though. Do you know what I mean?
So that's all museums, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's like anywhere, man. If you're not from there, it's shite, innit?
Yeah.
There's
I
only
know
one
people-
thing better than a museum, and that's a smaller museum.
A museum of just small shit. That's what you should do.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Small purple things.
Yeah.
Museum of small stuff. That'd be good.
Yeah, man.
Feels so big, and you wouldn't need your insoles.
He's a good comedian. He's funny.
Fucking hell. Who would a fucking main influence comedy-wise to
Yeah,
you?
cool.
I don't know, like I grew up, because of the age I am, like I'm nearly 40, like that Peter Kay DVD, like those were at the top of the tower and that, I was really into that.
Yeah.
And then I started going to watch stand-up when I was like 18 anyway. So it was always circuit comics. I always think that's the best. Like those dudes are always sharper. They're there every week.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
when you watch like a big dude back in the clubs, that's well better than going to watch him at the whatever the MEN's called now.
Definitely. Yeah.
And do you think were you always like? You always had the funny.
I'm dead. Yeah, I was always dead funny.
Or was
mate.
it like you?
Nah, I was always like. Fun. I think like most comics were like the funniest in their class, and you can tell the ones that weren't.
I feel like that's the fucking bare minimum, like, because most of the people who were the funniest in the class couldn't have been. So you have to at least have been the funny person.
Totally. But you can get the ones that weren't, and they've learned comedy, and you can spot it.
Yeah.
Right,
like you've got dudes that are actors that come and try and do stand up, and you can just whiff it a mile off.
Yeah.
But back to the hip hop thing. Yeah, there was like. I was trying to be an indie rock dude for like 2 years, and I was too fat for it. Mate.
You can't be a fat guy in skinny jeans.
No, you can't. Like cardigans and that, when you can see your tits in a cardie. Like I genuinely couldn't do it. I think that's why they got rid of that dude from the Arctic Monkeys in the first series of the Arctic Monkeys, mate. Because he was too fat for a fucking Fred Perry.
Too fat for a cardie.
Too fat for a Fred Perry, so they got rid of him. And then they got someone in who was like
slim,
all jawbones and that. Yeah. I don't know what that guy's doing now. I always felt sorry for him.
He defo does you a favour if you look like you're on smack in that scene. Like, it's mad that Pete Doherty was fucking supermodels. And he actually had roll-up tar on his nails and shit. Like,
but he looks. Have you seen him? He's happy now.
Yeah, fat.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like he's got a stall at the car boot now. Like that guy's selling season 7 of Friends on VHS for 50 pence.
Cheshire Oaks.
Yeah, but he looks happier, man. So yeah.
So yeah, I did it, and I didn't really feel at home now. And then I was always like, since then, 2007. Only that really. It's all I listen to. Bit of Afro beats I like.
You ever done anything musical?
Like... No, I'm not musical at
No.
all. I always thought when I was watching you back in the day and some of them dudes that I couldn't do that. I feel
like you could, man.
I couldn't stand there and have people like, there's like loads of comedians doing roast battles now.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it because I'd either be too mad or I'd cry. Like I couldn't have someone here like talking about my kid or something like that.
Oh right, yeah.
Because I'd just be like, what?
Nah,
and that's why, because I know I'd be like that, I wouldn't put myself in there. Like the dudes that do that and then like act like pricks. I just don't understand it because it's like, what did you think was going to happen?
Nah, of course.
When you see like beef at battles and that, you're like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, he's going to say the most egregious shit about you.
It is a bit mad though that people like dig up personal shit and will bring up family. That is a bit crazy.
But if you know that that's what's going to happen, it's like me saying like, oh, I don't want to do stand up if there's going to be an audience there looking at me. Yeah. It's like that's so. If you don't put yourself,
I've always looked at it the other way around though, where people have been like, because I did a lot of funny shit in battles, being like, oh, you should try stand up and that, and I'm the complete opposite to you. I'm like, that to me is so much more scary because the rapping side of it is like a safety net because I know I can rap and rhyme and make it sound good. Yeah. And like if one bar don't get a reaction, it's still just like...
We should do a thing like when if you get a Patreon and it pops and we'll do it on my one. If you want, like we could do a like wife swap. What is it? Faking it.
Yeah, I remember that.
You stand up,
you make a tune.
Yeah. And I'll try and spit some bars
on
and
stage.
Then you'll do Beat the Frog.
Yo, I might do it, man. I'd love to do stand-up.
Don't be doing that for free. That's Patreon's.
Yeah, Patreon.
But
don't exist yet, but we'll make one.
But yeah, that'd be. Because I think anyone can do it. There's people who I know aren't like after seeing what you do. Like obviously you're funny, so there's people that I've gonged off on there, or even haven't gonged off because they've done 5 minutes at Beat the Frog, who are the most unfunny people, and they still
kill it.
Well, they don't kill it, but they get away with it. They don't
gas me. I'll end up doing it, and it's
terrifying. No, you could do it, man. You could honestly do it, and you could as well because you're just outgoing, and you can blag that early on.
Right, yeah.
I think a lot of them dudes, like, you don't write some of the stuff that I've seen in battles and in bars and stuff without having... Like that one where those dudes did a whole thing about that dude looking like an owl.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Lefty and P Soldier, man, big up.
Yeah. That whole battle is, like, one of my favourite...
And that was about Matter as well, big up Matter.
Battles.
Yeah.
And the mum joke time... Tattoo with the Umbro sign shit.
Yeah. Nah, there's bare comedy thing, and I took most of my inspiration.
But to think of that.
Yeah.
means that you would be able to think of something.
Yeah.
equally
Well,
funny.
in that sense, you've written something to get a laugh in an audience, and that's effectively what stand-up comedy is.
Totally.
But it's a different setting.
It's like...
And it's just like the daunting part of it is that if I don't get a reaction to every single joke, it
There's
feels
another
like
one
a fail. Nah, because I don't. That's how I feel about rapping.
That's what I mean. Sorry, yeah, I thought that's what you.
So with rapping, it's like you don't really need to get a reaction from everything. That's not what people are just supposed to listen and go. Do you know what I mean? But like comedy, it just feels so much more daunting, the idea of not getting a reaction.
But then stand-up comedy's like a rap battle without an opponent, isn't it?
Yeah, that's another way of looking at it. But it's just that's yeah.
I think what you're talking about, you can still do in stand-up. Like, there's bits in mine where I'm not doing any joke, I'm just chatting.
Yeah. Nah, but I aren't good at the fucking... I'd have to just be mad confident in what I've written and just try and do that. The going off fucking...
But I've been doing it for 15 years.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And when I started, I would be probably doing what you would think
Oh,
you were
right.
doing.
So you wasn't like...
You get better at that. No, I was
Right.
good. I was very good early on comparatively to the other people who had started out.
Nah,
But you could see someone who'd been going 5 years and me, and you'd be able... There's stuff that you just pick up along the way.
Do you ever have situations where the stuff that you write that you think is going to be isn't as good as the stuff that you just sort of...
Yeah, there's loads of times where you go, I reckon this is funny.
And then
you say it, and it's like the little cheeses.
Yeah, well, come on. I'm just starting.
But you know what? But this is what I'm trying to say, right, Leighton?
Sorry,
do you know how you? Do you know how you felt? You know how you felt when that didn't land, and you coming in here tonight, you were like, "Man's gonna kill him with the little cheeses."
In a briefcase. I love it. It was funny. I'm laughing at it right now.
In a briefcase. Yeah, that's how you feel when you're like, mate, this bit's gonna kill.
Like this.
Why aren't you laughing though? I thought you said you laughed when things got bad.
This is what my thing was about.
Dan, let's wrap it up, mate.
But yeah, man. Yeah, it's one of them things, man. I think my first battle, I was fucking terrified, man, and then it just stopped. Like my first battle, I sort of was confident in the fact that I would be able to like out rap the guy and shit, but the fact I've never done that in that setting, and I hadn't been to a battle. I didn't go to events till I went there to rap. So
yeah,
it was weird. Like
think of the difference between your first and last battle. Mad difference.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Course,
like even if you did it for 6 months, you'd be so much better.
Right. Yeah.
And also you see other people's mistakes, because you'll never be doing it on your own.
No,
especially when you start out, there'll be like 5 other dudes.
But you might be the first on though.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. See, you were chatting before about how I look confident on stage and how I can let dead space and dead air, and I'm not bothered. I don't feel the pressure to get laughs and that. And this is like probably the most arrogant thing I've ever said or will say, because I'm not an arrogant man. But you know, when you're stood on a stage, you're better than the audience. No, listen to me. What I mean is, they can't judge you because you're doing it.
Yeah.
They're sat there watching it.
Yeah.
But you're doing it. So even if they're as good as you're still better than them because you did it and they didn't.
And you didn't pay to get in either.
Exactly. It's like this dude.
So,
it's like me going.
I got it for free.
I got paid to be.
It's like me watching United going, fucking Harry Maguire's dog shit. And he's like, he's still well better than you. Cunt. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't criticise anyone else for doing what they do, even if they're doing it the shittest that anyone's ever done.
Makes sense.
Because I've never done it. And that's the same. So the minute you step on stage, they can't judge you for being shit at stand-up because you're doing stand-up and they're not.
Of course, yeah.
So that's what it is. That's why you do it.
Just all the other comedians all just thinking you're shite.
Yeah, I asked about them. But you know when someone goes, you can never blame the audience, like people you will hear stand up say that, right. You can almost all the time blame the audience. Because I do this shit all the time and it almost always works.
Right.
Yeah,
so the one time it doesn't, it's highly unlikely going to be me.
Yeah.
Unless I'm pissed or I'm not doing my work properly, I'm forgetting my words and shit like that. But if I do the same shit I did yesterday that killed to different people, it's them.
What can you go on stage drunk and like? Well,
I don't
after
really drink, but some people have a couple.
Yeah.
Some people are pissed when they do it.
I used to be able to get on stage and perform in any state, and now I can't even really be too stoned because I'll just forget everything. As I'm getting older, man, it's actually, I have to try and be a bit more focused and shit. But back in the day, I'd be fucking, some of my battles, you can tell I'm just I try to get stoned as I could, just so I could find it. Yeah, but then
it's like them ones where the hangovers it different now.
Yeah.
It's just everything when you're old is just harder.
Kicks the shit out here, doesn't it?
Yeah, everything.
Great.
Yeah, you got that. Look forward to that.
No, I don't.
You're on the cusp of that,
drink
27.
so I'm good.
Yeah, but
27's
even
just that point where it's
you know
not
that
getting any better.
Yeah.
It's not getting any better,
found
man.
that, yeah.
So you're saying you don't drink that? You know that shit you had that you were like, that's because you're getting older, man. Digestive health.
Yeah.
You want to fill that briefcase full of
and cheese.
Gaviscon and that.
Stop talking about
Man, I
cheese.
eat so many Rennies and Gaviscon, bro. It's embarrassing.
Well, when
I do vitamins. I take vitamins.
When
now.
you get older, though, they don't even do it.
Yeah, I know.
So you have to have
tried
fucking.
Nexium?
Yeah, that's the one now.
They're so expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, bro.
Yeah,
They're 14 quid for a box.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Mate.
But it's better than going every
bad,
2
innit?
minutes. Yeah.
I do
can't
get
eat
heartburn.
shit no more,
I
bro.
do get
It's
heartburn. Yeah.
Oh, mate.
You're
you're fucking a girl and you've got to pull the Rennies out. Sit up you've got to sit up.
Just have half.
For